watching the second News Hour debate on Times Now Super Prime Time.
On debate number 2, we are going to go into open debate right at the start, which means no introductory comments. We go straight into the debate. I'll put a first question in, then anyone can come into the debate. Majeed Memon, that applies to you. Sudhanshu Trivedi, that applies to you. NCP and Congress spokespersons. NCP and BJP spokespersons. Rahul Narwekar, that applies to you. And my first question is to Sanjay Jha. Sanjay Jha, what is Rahul Gandhi's view on Ashok Chavan being protected by the Maharashtra government in which the Congress party is a partner?
I'll answer you provided I just don't get any interruptions for the first couple of minutes, Arnab, but I'm hoping I will get it. Let's put the debate in perspective. Number one, you have been highly speculative in making a statement about Rahul Gandhi being the Prime Minister designate. We have not heard any such statement from
this debate is not about that.
On Mr. Rahul Gandhi having any such. Yeah, so no, let me put it in perspective. There is, however, a Prime Ministerial candidate by the name of Mr. Narendra Modi. Let's put it in perspective. There is
You're not answering my question and I'm forced to interrupt you. What is Rahul Gandhi's view on Ashok Chavan?
1 minute, I'm answering your question. Let's put the discussion in perspective. I said you'll
what
not interrupt me.
What perspective? There's something called the Kargil for Profit scam. There's somebody called Ashok Chavan. There's somebody who's cheated. And there's somebody who's protected.
I am talking about a man who's already a designated Prime Ministerial candidate.
What is Rahul Gandhi's view on Ashok Chavan?
Mr. Purushottam Solanki, who was convicted. 1 minute, I'm linking the two together. You want to link two people? Let's link the two together.
No, there are two people I'm talking about. One is Ashok Chavan, one is Rahul Gandhi.
Gujarat High Court. 1 minute.
There are two people.
400 crore scam.
Now I'll show you.
Guess who stopped?
Yes.
Guess who in a written
have you seen
document?
This?
I have the written
Have you
document
seen this report?
Who in a written document?
Have you seen this report?
Who in a written document?
Have you seen the report on Ashok Chavan?
Prosecution of Mr.
Have you seen the report on Ashok Chavan?
Narendra Modi who stopped the prosecution of
What
Mr.
is Rahul Gandhi's view on Ashok Chavan? Sanjay, you know what will happen is. What will happen, Sanjay, there's a risk. There's a risk you're running.
Judicial Commission report.
There's a risk you're running, Sanjay. There is a risk you're running that people watching the Newshour tonight will say
that the people will see.
People will say that Sanjay Jha.
People watching Newshour will know that you are not creating a balanced debate. That's what the people will
you know, one
because
second.
You can't
now I'll give
you to not even finish.
Now,
when I started by making that assumption.
There are two names you haven't taken.
Either you speak or I will.
Now, Sanjay, I don't think you want to answer the question. I've come to the conclusion after listening to you that you have decided today that you don't want to answer the question.
Goswami, let me finish.
No, one second. You are beginning every answer with let me finish.
Okay. And therefore my point.
There is a...
Okay, so here it is. If you read the Judicial Commission report, it tells you, number one, that the land was owned by the Maharashtra government. And the second point links to your question. The second point says, and very critically, that there is no reservation meant for members of the defense services, which was the Kargil war heroes. Now, let me tell you...
I can't believe you're actually saying all this.
The CBI has
I can't believe you're actually saying all this.
1 minute. The CBI has said about Mr. Ashok Chavan... Now, 1 minute. The CBI has said about Mr. Ashok Chavan
Sanjay
that he tried to influence the Adarsh society by making 40% of its members civilian. 1 minute. But the logic is, if the Judicial Commission today says it was never meant for the defense services, then the CBI itself can also be questioned. So we have a chief minister
I think Sanjay, there are only Sanjay. Now you've asked for 2 minutes, you've spoken for 5 minutes, and I am interrupting you now, and I will tell you this that as per I don't know what you read, but 1 minute, don't now interrupt me when I'm coming. I don't know what you read. I have a piece of paper. This is an authentic piece of paper. It has the full testimony of what has been found against Ashok Chavan. And I find 3 words very interesting. The 3 words are quid pro quo. The decisions of Ashok Chavan indicate quid pro quo. I hope you know what quid pro quo means, Rahul Narwekar, at this stage. It appears the Congress party has decided that 3 days after saying we are changing as a party, we are for corruption, for some reason, Rahul Gandhi has gone extremely soft on Ashok Chavan. What impact will this have on the Congress party's image?
Well, Arnab, at the outset, expecting Rahul Gandhi to speak about the corruption scams is something I think none of us should expect from Rahul Gandhi. Whether it's a 2G spectrum scam, whether it's a Commonwealth scam, whether it's a Colgate scam, or may it be Kargil for Profit scam. I haven't heard Mr. Rahul Gandhi utter a word on this. Before Mr. Rahul Gandhi grandstands in Parliament trying to take all the credit for the Lokpal bill, he should first set his own house in order. He should get rid of the corruption within the Congress party, within the Indian cabinet, and then talk and teach lessons to the rest of the country. So Mr. Gandhi, before you do that in Parliament and on the streets, please set your own house in order. One. Number two, while Mr. Sanjay Jha would like to selectively report things from the report, I have 3 straight questions for him. Can he talk about the extra FSI violation that was granted for Adarsh? Can he talk about the BEST land that was granted by the UD without proper approvals? There are umpteen indictments of Ashok Chavan as well as 4 former chief ministers of Maharashtra and 7 cabinet ministers. Does he have any answers for all these questions which I asked in the report?
Rahul, let me answer you.
Go ahead.
Okay, Rahul, let me answer you quickly. I understand why your partners BJP and you are very nervous, because ever since Mr. Rahul Gandhi on the issue of ordinance which will prevent convicted criminals from entering Parliament has pushed it through, I think you will not have enough members.
Mr. Sanjay Jha, by you pushing Rahul Gandhi, you've made things very easy for us. By pushing Rahul Gandhi in the forefront, you have made things very, very easy for us. We must thank you for that.
There has been,
thank you for that.
It has been believed and it has been written and it has been reported. Sanjay Jha, 1 minute. Sanjay, 1 minute, please.
Have you heard of Ajay Sancheti?
Sanjay Jha.
Have you heard of Mr. Nitin Gadkari's good friend Ajay Sancheti, who has 9 Benami flats in the Adarsh Housing Society?
No, but I thought Rahul Gandhi said no. I thought Rahul Gandhi said no.
What stops you
both of you want to stop for a minute? Both of you just want to stop for a minute, please, Sanjay. Let's be little. Please listen to me. The question is simple here tonight. You know what is happening is that Rahul Gandhi is running a very big risk, and that risk is this: that 3 days back he says I have taken a clear position on issues of corruption. 1 week back, 10 days back after that terrible loss of the Congress party, they say that we are going to transform. Now what happens is, Sanjay, please remember, please let people apply common sense to this. It has been reported that when Ashok Chavan was made Chief Minister of Maharashtra, he had, among the support of several people, he had Rahul Gandhi's support. It has been reported that Ashok Chavan
was handpicked by Rahul
Gandhi. Chavan was handpicked by Rahul Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi's choice. Now you know what, Sanjay? Rahul Gandhi cannot decide that I will apply the standards of corruption on everyone and I'm going to beat up all the party people who act, who are corrupt. But when it comes to somebody close to me, I'll just look the other way. And I'll pretend that I don't notice the covert and tacit support Mr. Mr. Sanjay Jha,
1 minute.
You may be under a view that...
Assuming what you're saying is true, Mr. Ashok Chavan resigned as the Chief Minister of
Maharashtra.
What?
He didn't resign. It was the media pressure.
He didn't resign. It was because of the Times Now report. He didn't resign out of choice.
That's the reason.
He didn't resign out of choice. Ashok Chavan resigned. Ashok Chavan resigned after the Kargil for Profit report was debated and exposed on the Newshour for 3 consecutive days. And Sanjay Jha, Mr. Sanjay Jha, in your system, in your view, Mr. Jha, you may...
Find out what is Babu Rai Bukharia doing in his cabinet.
Mr. Jha,
find it, what is Babu Rai Bukharia...
I'm telling you, you're going to neutralize all the positioning here.
Mr. Sanjay Jha, without admitting what you're saying, hypothetically assuming what you're saying makes sense, does one wrong justify the other?
No.
I mean, this is one of the most absurd arguments one could have come up with.
Well, here's a question here today. You see, let's get Majeed Memon and Sudhanshu Trivedi.
Representative.
Let's get it. So, please understand, sir, this is about political patronage. People are watching you. There's an election coming, Sanjay. You must be careful about what you're saying. The Adarsh Committee report clearly says that former Chief Minister Ashok Chavan gave permissions or clearances as a quid pro quo. And Majeed Memon, this is point number 79, sub point number 15. With the Cabinet's rejection of the report, what is happening here? An attempt to reject an inconvenient truth. Why would anyone, including your party, allow something like this to happen?
No, if you permit me a couple of minutes without any disturbance, then I would just put my view across. See, why so much noise about Adarsh? There are a number of societies in Mumbai, outside Mumbai, which flout rules, regulations. There are umpteen number of cases you will find. Every neighborhood you will find number of breaches and violations, etc. and everything.
No, but I am talking only about Adarsh, Mr. Menon.
No doubt on that. No, 1 second. About Adarsh. Now we are coming to Adarsh.
Yes.
Now the gravity and sensitivity of the breaches by Adarsh was substantially enhanced on 2 counts. One was that it was proclaimed that it was a defense land on which favor was shown, which was found to be incorrect.
Sir, it was because there was political corruption, A, and B, because the name of Kargil was certainly used. And don't try and pretend, Mr. Memon, you are not aware of documents in which the name of Kargil was used. It was Kargil for profit. Using the name of Kargil for private profit by politicians and bureaucrats.
Arnab, the misconception was that the flats were meant for the widows of the Kargil.
No, it is not about. Don't go technical on me, Mr. No, don't go technical on me, Mr. Memon. Don't go technical on me, Mr. Memon.
What has been found to
Mr. Memon, don't go technical on me. The fact is that it has, first of all, the report confirms that the housing society received political patronage and would not even have come into existence without politicians' patronage right from the beginning. This is a damning indictment. All of you people want to come and protect.
No.
Then why don't you tear up the Lokpal and just say you never meant to fight that?
See, I am not.
Are you trying
No,
1 minute. So I'll tell you. No, 1 minute. No, sir. A former chief minister is found guilty by a report. A governor says, I will not give sanction to prosecute. What is going on here? Who appointed the governor?
Permit me.
Is the governor a Congress party and an NCP party stooge, if I may say so, sir?
Now, Arnab, let me answer this. Now, you are talking about sanction. Now, see, the law is in place. Section 19 of the Prevention of Corruption Act, Section 197 of the Criminal Procedure Code are mandatory statutory provisions.
Sir, this is about...
If somebody abuses it, then the...
No, sir. No.
I have a question for Mr. Menon. Mr. Menon, the CBI, by asking to proceed with investigation against Mr. Ashok Chavan, were they abusing the process? There's prima facie case made out against Mr. Chavan.
No.
Why did the governor not grant permission? You cannot take shield of provisions of the law, and certainly these provisions of the law does not amount to abuse of the process.
It is the competent authority. It is not correct. Now, don't get excited, Narwekar. See, there is a competent authority in law in place. That competent authority, if it errs or if it itself is corrupt, then there is a next course of action.
No. This is a standard legal. Mr. Memon.
Very strong.
Mr. Memon.
Provision. 1 minute.
Mr. Memon, I don't want to think.
Mind you.
Mr. Memon, I don't want to believe. Though I have reason to suspect that what you are doing is, what you and Sanjay Jha are doing, with some respect to both of you, is typical technical legal obfuscation, because everybody watching the program tonight knows only one thing, and that since 2010 Times Now broke this report, we exposed it. Ashok Chavan resigned. I asked him come on the Newshour. He refused to come on the Newshour. He goes around saying to people that Times Now has ruined my political career, which anyway, and we as journalists don't have responsibility towards. Since 2010, the Congress party and the NCP said this to the people of India, that we will take action against the guilty.
Now, if he had not resigned, you would have found fault with him.
Sir, let me tell you, he's not done me a favor. He's not done anybody a favor by resigning.
If he resigns, you find fault. If he doesn't resign, you find fault.
Resignation is not justice. Resignation is not justice. You promised you would take...
So he is not saying so, nor am I saying so.
So then
Arnab, I am not saying that since he has resigned...
So now let's get the BJP spokesperson.
But you are repeatedly saying this, that he resigned. He resigned because he thought that was the time for him to resign.
But other than Mr. Chawan, I have a question for Mr. Jha.
And he was protected by Narendra Modi, who did not allow the prosecution.
Mr. Jha.
That's the example you need to really talk about.
Mr. Jha,
why don't we talk of... 1 minute.
Mr. Jha, what about Rahul Gandhi?
Government, which has included a gentleman by the name of Rajendra Rathod and Gulab Chand Kataria, who are both...
You see, I'll now quote Rahul Gandhi. I'll quote
one second. What are we talking about?
Sanjay, I'll quote Rahul Gandhi. You see, the thing is, the problem for
Rahul... Don't drag Rahul Gandhi into this at
why? Oh, 1 minute. Mr. Jha?
Government issue.
Mr. Jha, it's a democracy. It's a democracy, Mr. Jha. You may be very irritated if anyone questions Rahul Gandhi, but in a democracy, everyone,
I'm not,
including yours truly, has a right to question Rahul Gandhi. Mr. Jha, Mr. Jha, please understand this. Mr. Jha, please understand.
Yeah.
Please, I don't want to raise. This really, we are very, very angry that you are dragging Mr. Rahul Gandhi into this. Don't drag Mr. Rahul Gandhi into this. So what is this? You expect nobody to question Rahul Gandhi? I mean, for God's sake, even Mr. Rahul Gandhi would be surprised today if you take this view that don't question Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi says this, I quote this, 1 minute. Rahul Gandhi says, and Mr. Rahul Gandhi, this question goes to you. Mr. Rahul Gandhi, you say this. It is time to stop this nonsense. You say this. Political parties, mine and all others, if you want to fight corruption in the country, whether it is the Congress or the BJP, we cannot continue to make these small compromises. Because if we make these small compromises, then we compromise everywhere. I want to ask today, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, if you are quiet on your party's defense of Ashok Chavan, is that a compromise or not a compromise? And Mr. Rahul Gandhi, if this compromise is made, will you please tell us what impact this will have on anyone? Is that nonsense as well or not? Will it diminish the fight against corruption or not? If you protect somebody who is seen to be close to you, or you look the other way and pretend this is not happening, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, what impact will this have on the fight against corruption? These are words, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, that you used while saying let's tear up this ordinance. He says the Congress party wants to be different from others which are in the fight against corruption. He says I will not compromise on the issue of corruption. What is this? When the governor of a state, a governor appointed by you in a state which you run, says, I will not take action. I will not allow the prosecution of a former chief minister despite the allegation of quid pro quo. Mr. Rahul Gandhi, the people of India will ask you, is there a compromise or not? And if it is, then why are you allowing that compromise? Let's get the BJP spokesperson in. Sudhanshu Trivedi, your response. Sanjay Jha says, don't question Rahul Gandhi, don't drag him into this.
There are two aspects of this.
This is nothing to do.
No, you said don't drag Rahul Gandhi into this. You said don't get Rahul Gandhi into this.
Yes. There are two aspects. One is the technical aspect of this Adarsh Scam, and another is
a headline the subject as such, but you have ignored the issues that I have raised on Mr. Narendra Modi. Anyway, that's
I have patiently heard, so let me complete.
Truly extraordinary.
The governor was not appointed by Narendra Modi. The governor was appointed by the Congress party. And the Congress party leader is Rahul Gandhi. If the governor had been appointed by Narendra Modi, if the government had been run by Narendra Modi, you could have asked that question.
When you come to me,
who appointed the governor?
Go ahead.
Did Narendra Modi appoint Mr. Shankar Narayan?
Let me say something.
Who appointed the governor?
I have patiently heard for so long.
Okay, go ahead.
So there are two aspects. One is the technical aspect of this Adarsh Scam, and other is a stand of Congress in general or the intention of the Congress party. Mr. Sanjay Jha was saying, why to drag Rahul Gandhi into this? I would like to point out one more thing, that on the 9th of December, the Parliamentary Affairs Committee, PAC of Parliament, has also given a report on Adarsh Scam. And they has used the word monumental failure. When the same thing is there in the house in which Mr. Rahul Gandhi is there and the majority of your party is there, what action you have taken? You cannot say that it was just a matter of Maharashtra government. And in the PSC report, there was a strong indictment of the Maharashtra government and of the Defence Ministry. Then the government of India should have taken the cognizance of that and they should have done something. But this is a consistent character of the Congress party, try to ignore or obstruct, whether from 2010 monsoon session, the JPC report on 2G scam, then how they have subverted the PSC report by using the corrupt parties like SP and BSP, till the budget session of this parliament on the resignation of the two ministers. This is a consistent, categorical, real face of the Congress.
So again, I am asking today.
I would like to ask, where is the
what is Rahul Gandhi's view? What is Rahul Gandhi's view on the protection being given to Ashok Chavan?
Give me a chance to answer because he's made certain allegations.
Let me complete. Let me complete.
Let me answer.
Let me complete.
Mr. Trivedi, I can understand why you are concerned. Because
let me complete one sentence. No, Mr. Sanjay Jha, it's not fair.
Rahul Gandhi
Mr. Sanjay Jha, let me complete my sentence.
I understand you are concerned. I understand that the mood of the country and the mood of the young is actually backing Mr. Gandhi for.
Should we open this up to calls?
Bill, as well as Section 377, where your party looks completely old and
I just want to ask, there is no apostle of
because you're finding that your so-called perception is becoming highly negative over the last couple of weeks.
Well,
Why are you targeting Mr. Gandhi?
I think there is a challenge here.
Where he has already, by the way, if Mr. Ashok Chavan, 1 minute, if Mr. Ashok Chavan was somebody whom Mr. Rahul Gandhi favored as an appointment, then please congratulate Mr. Rahul Gandhi for having asked Mr. Chavan to have resigned instantly when the issue became controversial.
Well, when the issue became controversial,
you see,
enforcement directorate,
Sanjay,
and going by the Judicial Commission.
Sanjay,
1 minute, Arnab.
Sanjay, you know, if
even Devyani Khobragare has got an illegal possession of the flat, so there could be a lot of issues here that need to be investigated.
What are you talking about? I'll tell you. Sanjay, the question is this. You will be.
So there could be many issues.
It is. I'll ask this question. No, Sonia Gandhi said no tolerance for corruption. Sonia Gandhi said no tolerance for corruption. Rahul Gandhi said no compromise with corruption. A governor appointed by the Congress party protects a former Congress chief minister who has been accused of a quid pro quo. After findings have been found against it, will this neutralize the Congress? Will this or not? I'm taking a break. Back on the other side. Will it completely neutralize the Congress party's attempts at turning over a new leaf? I'm back in a few minutes. Sanjay Jha, we'll take this forward. On the debate tonight between the Shiv Sena and BJP on one side and the NCP and Congress on the other, in part one of the debate, I see a hand go up. It's a Majeed Memon. I just want to summarize this, Mr. Memon. I'm coming to you straight. In part one of the debate,
I will request you.
Yeah,
Arnab, I'll just request you because I have to leave. I'll just need your 2 minutes. If you could please permit me without interruption.
But why don't you stay on to the debate?
Accusation against no, I have got some commitment. I'll have to leave immediately. You will excuse me for that. I'm extremely sorry that unwillingly I have to go. But may I just tell you one important thing. See, I am not sitting here as the defense counsel of Rahul Gandhi. Now, to defend him is primarily the job of the spokesperson of Congress, who is very much there.
Of late, the NCP has been washing its hands of the government more and more.
Before I go, let me just clarify one important thing. Arnab, your accusations directed at Rahul Gandhi are based upon two fundamental assumptions.
No, there is no accusation. There is a question.
One assumption is...
There is a question. There is no accusation.
No, all right, this question. Yes. I'm sorry, I stand corrected.
Yes.
The question posed to Rahul Gandhi are based upon two assumptions. Which are they? Number one is that, of course, as you said that Ashok Chavan was the handpick of Chief Minister. Agreed.
No.
But the governor is not the handpick of Rahul Gandhi.
No.
And it is not that the governor has acted under the instructions of Rahul Gandhi.
Sir,
1 minute. Let me complete.
Sir, this first of all, your assumption on my assumptions are wrong. Your assumption of my assumptions are wrong.
No, but then I would...
All I'm saying is the Chief Minister said... the Chief Minister... No, sir, please, sir.
Do you mean to say that the governor was asked by Rahul Gandhi not to grant sanctions?
Sir, let me ask you one question in counter to that. Do you mean to say that the Congress had no role in the appointment of the governor?
No, maybe.
So then that answers the question. What do you mean maybe?
The
Congress, don't jump to conclusions. If my appointee has erred somewhere, I will examine that. Number one, let me complete now. No, you are.
Sir, I'm not stopping you. The Congress party is stopping you. Once again.
No. Please let me complete what I'm saying. And the second assumption, which is more important, is this: that you are assuming that the governor has flouted all the laws, rules.
Sir, 1 minute. Governor has not flouted laws. No, Mr. Majeed Memon. Mr. Memon, 1 minute. Mr. Memon, 1 minute. Please, I am not so ignorant of the facts. Now, the governor, I'll say this. The governor has followed the procedure. And in the course of following the procedure, has said that I will not allow prosecution against Ashok Chavan. In other words, the governor... 1 minute, please let me complete. The governor has therefore used his discretion.
That's right.
At his pleasure.
That's right.
At his will.
At his convenience.
Out of his choice to help a sacked Congress chief minister. My question to you, Mr. Memon, is this, that who is the governor and who is this government to decide? No, 1 second. You promised the people of this country. Sir, 1 minute, sir, let me complete. Sir, 1 minute, sir, please, before you go. I'm saying here tonight, the people of India have not ever, been told that resignation is enough. Resignation is not enough. Prosecution of the guilty is a necessary part of the execution of justice in our country. And Mr. Memon, even if you are a Congress party partner, you will have to be answerable to the people that why is prosecution of the guilty not important in the case of Ashok Chavan? That's the only point tonight. I think Rahul Narwekar wants to respond to Rahul Narwekar.
Let me answer this.
Rahul Narwekar, please.
Let me answer this, Arnab.
Mr. Memon,
give me 1 minute to answer.
Mr. Memon, I must also remind you that the governor acts on the advice of his cabinet, on the advice of the legislature. Therefore, you cannot wash out your responsibilities.
Will you please listen to me? Will you please listen to reason? Will you please listen to reason for a minute?
But your reasoning is absolutely absurd. So the reasoning makes no sense. I have two pointed questions for you. I have two straight questions for you. Number one, does the government...
Let me first answer what
I have two questions for you. Mr. Menon, we heard you enough. You answer two straight questions. Number one, is the governor not advised? Is the governor not advised by the cabinet? Is the governor not advised by the cabinet? Number two, when there's a prima facie case made out against Mr. Ashok Chavan, why is the governor hesitant on granting permission for prosecution? Is there no prima facie case made out? Is he not indicted at all in the report?
I have heard both. I have heard both your questions. I have heard Arnab. Now let me have the opportunity to answer. You are not willing to hear. Now please understand that whilst the competent authority, be it governor, be it cabinet behind the curtain, as you all think that it's a very big disclosure that you are making, everybody knows.
No, it is something cabinet, which you are concealing.
Maybe the governor, permit me to... You are not allowing me to speak.
It may not be a big disclosure by me, but it's a big concealment by you.
Where is the... You are not prepared to hear. What can I do? Just give me a minute. Look at your watch and hold on for 60 seconds. I will answer your queries. Please hold on for 60 seconds. My answer to this is that when the sanction is being withheld by a competent authority, there are reasons.
Why? What is the reason? That's what I want to know now.
Access to that.
What is the reason?
1 minute.
What is the reason?
Correct. So please.
What is the reason? What is the reason?
Have patience to...
What is the reason?
May I say? You are not letting me say. Then
the reason is that he's a congressman and he has the patronage of the Congress party.
Listen to me. Arnab, please listen to me for a minute.
So why are you becoming party to this error, this mistake?
Because he's equally involved.
I'm explaining to you the legal
NCP is as involved as the Congress is.
I'm not here to defend Chawan. I'm not here to defend Rahul Gandhi. Listen to me for a minute. See, there is a competent authority under the law.
But that competent authority has made a terrible decision.
1 minute.
That competent authority has made an incompetent decision.
I'm sorry. I can't answer any of your questions.
No, but
you decide.
What is the competent?
You sum up everything. You assume everything. I can't answer. No, it's okay. I can't answer.
Well, you are repeating yourself, Mr. Memon. You are saying a competent authority.
Arnab, I think you're not being fair to Mr. Memon. Arnab, you're not being fair to Mr. Memon at all. Let me answer to you.
Please answer.
It's the CBI's responsibility, by the way, to convince the governor. By the way, let me tell you, why do you assume that the governor is just nothing but,
No. Why has the governor? Sanjay?
Where is the question of anybody else?
Sanjay, tell me. Sanjay, why has the governor refused to give permission to the CBI?
The Judicial Commission report, your Kargil for profit stands corrected. 1 minute. Your Kargil for profit itself stands corrected today. Because if you go by the Judicial Commission report, it says there was no reservation of land for 1 minute.
No, I'll read out to you. I'll read out for you.
And there was no allotments to be made for the Kargil war hero.
I'll read out.
The Judicial Commission says.
So
no,
1 second.
Not try and somehow dodge the issue here.
Well,
but the more critical point is that you are not asking a question of the BJP's
Sanjay,
stop the prosecution.
Sanjay,
400 crore scam.
Sanjay, you tell me.
Solanki, who was indicted by the Gujarat.
Sanjay, 1 minute.
No, 1 minute.
Sanjay, you tell me. You tell me.
Why aren't you asking about Ajay Sancheti?
You tell me why has permission been denied to the CBI to prosecute Ashok Chavan? Why?
Well, let me tell you what the BJP...
No, I'm asking you about Ashok Chavan. Why? No, you are saying the BJP does it, so we will do it too.
When they hound Tehelka, it's fine.
No.
1 minute.
No, it's not fine. I'm asking you about this case. Why is...
Shankar Prasad.
No.
I heard Arun Jaitley.
I am asking...
I saw some other spokespersons.
Please, Mr.
They are
Jha.
targeting Rahul Gandhi on everything because they know that Mr. Gandhi has taken the wind out of the sails of the BJP. And if corruption is a big issue, this government is taking steps to correct it,
Mr. Sanjay Jha.
He's taking concrete steps.
So
that's why he's quiet on 2G. That's why he's quiet
on the streets. We will even fight you on TV studios.
No, Mr. Jha, we appreciate Mr. Rahul Gandhi's corruption. We appreciate Mr. Rahul Gandhi's fight against corruption. And that's the very reason why he's silent on all the possible corruption scams that the UPA government is involved in. Have you heard Mr. Rahul Gandhi stand up in parliament or on the street and speak even once about the 2G spectrum, about the Colgate scam, about the Commonwealth scam, about the Adarsh scam?
Ruined by the Shiv Sena and the Mumbai corporation that you run.
Yes. Mr. Sanjay Jha, you are making a fool out of your own government and a fool out of your corporators who are sitting in the corporation. If it is your duty as opposition in the corporation,
calm down now, calm down.
You are failing at doing that.
Calm down now, gentlemen.
Vote against the Lokpal.
Calm down.
No, 1 minute.
Calm down.
Can Shiv Sena tell the people of India why they voted against
Well,
the Lokpal?
Sudhanshu Trivedi. Calm down now, please. I'm requesting you. Sanjay Jha, 1 minute. Sanjay, 1 minute.
Lectures on corruption, my friend.
Sanjay Jha, please. Will you stop for a minute, please? You see, the question is simply this. Now, I'm actually going to put this question, and coming to you, Mr. Trivedi, but I'm putting this question to everyone watching the Newshour tonight. 1, do you believe that equal treatment should be given to all? 2, do you believe Ashok Chavan, a former Congress Chief Minister of Maharashtra, is getting special treatment when the governor says, I will not allow prosecution against him? 3, and this question genuinely goes out to all viewers tonight, do you think, like I said earlier, charity begins at home, that Rahul Gandhi will actually get a standing applause if he says, I am against the decision to not allow prosecution against Ashok Chavan? Because I will then show, as part of my attempts to bring in new age politics, that even if the allegation... Allow me to complete, don't heckle me. No.
Are you recommending, 1 minute, are you recommending that national leaders get involved in a judicial process?
What judicial? It's a political decision. It's a political decision.
Let's not...
Mr. Sanjay Jha, either you really don't understand the constitution and the way the government functions, or you pretend not to.
No,
because Mr. Sanjay Jha, the governor, honorable governor, acts on the advice of the cabinet, which is ruled by you and the NCP.
The decision.
Let a UPI and a Bihari come to Bombay.
The decision.
Now, what relevance is that? And talk about Sheila Dikshit. And talk about Sheila Dikshit, who doesn't allow them to come in Delhi.
Now you stop.
Therefore, before you point a finger at us,
I'm pulling you back. I'm pulling you back. I'm pulling you back into this discussion.
Allows everyone freedom of movement.
I'm pulling you back.
So you don't know your constitution.
First go and ask Sheila Dikshit, who has the same views, and then come and ask me.
You see, I'll tell you. One sec, please. Now the BJP is coming in. I have a correction. The decision of the governor to say, I will not give permission to the CBI to prosecute a former Congress Chief Minister is not a judicial decision. It is a decision taken by the governor. Let's not mix up. Now, if in this country the rules are like this, let the investigation be carried out, let a report be given, and after that we will decide whether the CBI gets the permission to prosecute or not. Then actually, if that is going to be the logic followed, I think all commissions of inquiry immediately as of tonight would be folded up forever, because all commissions of inquiry thereby are useless and only aimed at ensuring that people look the other way for a while. The BJP wants to respond. The BJP responds. Sanjay Jha, he's heard you patiently. Let Sudhanshu Trivedi come in. He's held his hand up for a long time. Mr. Trivedi, your response to Sanjay Jha. It's 2 versus 1, but you'll respond to him tonight.
Actually,
no problem at all.
Mr. Sanjay Jha, the Congress party, is trying to take an alibi of some technicalities. On one hand, they are saying that the CBI and the governor is responsible, and if he has taken a decision, it should
What technical case?
On the other, let me complete. Let me complete. And on the other hand, while citing the case of Babu Bhai Bokaria, on which a lower court has indicted him and he had got a stay from higher court, when the matter is sub judice in the court, but is still on the pretext of the lower court judgment, you are wanting something to be acted on when the process is pending. And on the other hand, when the process has got completed and still you have not taken any action, then you are trying to beating about the bush. And on the issues, let me complete, on the issues of those which you have said that
report of judicial inquiry that indicts him.
Then I would like to ask one more thing. Mr. Sanjay Jha, your party, after the judgment of the Supreme Court in the Parliament attack, in which they have said this was a rare of the rarest crime, and you have taken 7 years to hang Afzal Guru. This is your commitment for the law. And now I would like to ask, just for several years, for 3, 4, 5 years, so many corruption charges, and the apostle of austerity, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, where he is, I would like to just conclude with a phrase of Hindi, कि सच्चाई छुप नहीं सकती बनावट के उसूलों से, कि खुशबू आ नहीं सकती कभी कागज के फूलों से.
I can see you all are sweating under the collar. Mr. Rahul Gandhi's dynamic burst into the scene by taking initiatives which
by the way, once
the entire country has
actually made you politically, made you feel politically marginalized.
So
but that's your problem. You fight it.
So
but you haven't answered Purushottam Solanki.
So Sanjay,
in the recently concluded elections, out of 589, we got 480.
Inquiry
and everybody has gone.
Can I have just one question? I began with Sanjay Jha. I'll finish with Sanjay Jha.
Inquiry is happening. I want to make a very
I began with Sanjay. I'll finish
one
with
last
you.
Point, Arnab.
Sanjay, I began with you. I want to finish the debate with you.
Because the Defence Ministry, because the Defence Ministry has allowed the CBI itself, or knowing that it was a Congress and NCP government in the state, the Defence Ministry has said, let the CBI look into the matter. Why are you ignoring that? I think as a government, we have been so transparent here.
So,
now, if there is something wrong, by the way, if illegal possession is an issue or some political influence has happened, let that be closed. Let the guilty get punished.
That you have just allowed an investigation to happen after.
Okay, here's one question on behalf of all viewers to Sanjay Jha. Sanjay Jha, here's the viewer. Sanjay, 1 minute. Sanjay, a viewer has asked a question.
Flats in Adarsh.
A viewer has asked a question, and I'm putting this question. Several viewers want me to ask you this question. Sanjay Jha, the question to you is this: do you believe the fight against corruption will be strengthened if the governor, supported by Rahul Gandhi, decides not to take any action against Ashok Chavan? Or do you think the fight against corruption will be strengthened if Rahul Gandhi steps forward and says, I will also ensure justice against a Congress person against whom an allegation is made and against whom a charge is proven? Which in your view is the right thing to do? To protect Ashok Chavan or to let justice be carried out against Ashok Chavan? No, please think this through. Think this through.
The fight against corruption.
Think it through.
I want to answer.
Think it through. People are watching you.
Corruption has already been strengthened by the initiatives we had taken.
And so Ashok Chavan can be protected.
So
different rule for Ashok Chavan.
We managed to successfully get
different rule for Ashok Chavan.
Let me answer. Let the legal process indict everyone. If Mr. Chavan
okay, gentlemen.
So be it. I think the Congress party is not going to interfere at all. Not at all. But
Don't,
last but not
no.
least, that if you have people who are going to jail, like Mr. Amit Shah, who become commander-in-chief of a campaign, then I think the country is getting a very wrong message.
Sanjay, when it comes to Amit Shah, we ask the questions to Amit Shah. Today the questions are about Ashok Chavan. We've asked the questions about Ashok Chavan, and actually,
the country has some serious problems.
And actually, many
problems to address.
Many people will be watching to see if, like in the ordinance case, when Rahul Gandhi came and said, I will not allow this rubbish, whether even in this case, with the same level of enthusiasm, Rahul Gandhi comes forward and says, I will not allow my own party man, ex-chief minister, Congress leader Ashok Chavan to be protected by a governor of a state. That question goes out to everyone. And my last question on the News Hour tonight, as I thank my panelists, is this. If the case against Devyani was sub judice, why did the US government fly out the Richards family from India? Does this amount to intervening in a judicial process? I'd like to hear from you on a story we've been following, and see you again soon on the News Hour this Friday evening. Good night. Have a great weekend. Goodbye.